Oh look, come on. I know you're looking sad, but you know, why do you always have to have the hump?
Preview.
Morning everyone. I am today in the wonderful Sussex sort of coastal town, Newhaven. Hopefully I'm not sort of being rude to anybody from Newhaven. We're today at a lovely bit of sort of 19th century history, which is the Lunette battery, which above us is Newhaven Fort, and this is sort of the battery that I don't think, I mean, you kind of know it if you know it. I think basically that's what it is. It's kind of one of these things that if you go to Newhaven Fort, you might want to sort of come down here and check this place out as well, because it's just as sort of important and vital in the scheme of things. So before I say anything else, please enjoy this wonderful history lesson, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.
During the 1840s and 1850s, Newhaven had seen a great deal of development. A new ferry service, the arrival of the railway and enlargement of the harbour, these improvements made the town of even greater strategic importance, especially at 56 miles it is the closest south coast port to London. It was imperative that therefore that area was well defended. Following a tour of inspection by the Duke of Wellington, a report was made on the defences and they were found to be sadly lacking. The Martello Tower and gun battery at Seaford were in danger of being undermined by coastal erosion, and the old 1759 gun battery at Newhaven had only one gun, and that was laying unmanned on the ground. The proposal for Newhaven was that the old battery was rearmed with two 68-pounders and four 32-pounders. In addition, a new battery, which you can see here, was the Lunette battery, where the word lunette comes from the French term for crescent moon, referring to the half-moon's shaped structure of the battery. The Lunette battery was built on the foreshore on land purchased from the Earl of Sheffield for the pricely sum of £70. Built from 1855, the battery, with a few design changes and upgrades, eventually was armed with three 64-pounder rifle muzzle-loader guns. Its design is best described as a detached field fortification consisting of two faces forming a salient angle and two parallel flanks in which the powder magazines are housed. Style of the design was a detached form of the simpler redan structure, a two-faced triangular construction also used on fortifications. Its life, however, was short, partially because its field of fire was compromised by the new harbour arm, but also the building of the much heavily defended Newhaven Fort.
Hope you enjoyed that history lesson. It's a bit windy actually today, so I apologise if it does come out in the camera. So we're right in the centre of the battery. As you can see, that was one of the original gun turrets, should we just sort of say, because as you probably realised in the history lesson, this place has gone through a few phases, which is quite common for a lot of things. But obviously the reason why it became obsolete is obviously what I said in the history lesson, which is basically that a few changes had happened in the port itself, and obviously it just meant that really there was no purpose for this anymore. And obviously because Newhaven Fort is still in an amazing pivotal position at the top of the cliff, it just really made no sense for this place to really be here anymore. So we're just walking around. There's not much to see, if I'm being brutally honest. There's enough. So you've got another placement of a gun battery. Somebody's clearly had a camp here. That was a tent. But yeah, like it's it's sort of really disappointing in a certain way, because the amount of litter and rubbish that's here is just on a sort of another scale really, and it's so disappointing to sort of see it like that. But you know, what can you do really? Let's go up. I mean, the earthworks are still, you know, here in a relatively good condition. Let's keep going. Do you know what though? Look at that beautiful sea today. Oh, it's lovely. Again, I apologise if it comes out in the wind. I don't have a, you know, don't have an expensive camera, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a lovely small bit of history for everyone. You can see, unfortunately, where the road pretty much cut most of that battery off, and it shows a sign of progression into towards really what the battery was and what it technically should have been. Let's try and go round. So there's the signpost, you can see. Over there is part of the magazine, which is obviously what I've sort of just probably shown you. And here you can see, I mean, it's overgrown anyway, but that's also part of the magazine as well. Finger of Doom. And yeah, it's a shame to sort of get the context of it because of the fact that how overgrown it is. But you can, you know, it's all here. It just needs sort of, you need to sort of really look inside it and excuse the fact that, you know, that it's sort of so overgrown. So we go down into, which is really the main part of the battery for most people. What I'd call the main part of the battery, even though it's just a normal gun type, it's the best conditioned one, is really what I'm trying to say. I mean, you can see it's loads of rubbish. I'm not gonna lie, it smells pretty funky as well, which is a shame, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it? So that's it. That's the Lunette battery. I love that name. It's a beautiful name, that. I always wanted to sort of, if I had a kid, I love that name, Luna. It's lovely, that. It's my spiritual psychic, you know. But yeah, it's hot. It's extremely hot today, and I think it just exacerbates the smell of all this rubbish and crap that's around here, which is such a shame. But you know, the point is, we're here to document history. And that's the most important thing. It's like, you know, so when I obviously say, like, because history matters, what I always sort of mean is really the idea of conservation for our history, that we can sort of, that is almost, or just about as accessible as you can make it these days. So yeah, it's a sad story for this one, but it's still here, just about. But you can see, like I said, you know, what I was sort of saying, when the main road sort of cuts off the battery, walk round. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's just a lovely day out today, I tell you. It's really nice. Really, really nice. I'm sorry about the wind. But that's the battery. Now, you know, that's all I can show you. But you can see its importance strategically in the landscape. Obviously, but unfortunately, with the lighthouse in the distance, and it's just a sign of progress, isn't it, really, at the end of the day. But yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. Glad I came here, glad I managed to document it. I know a lot of people have probably done this one, to be honest, but the point is it's good for me to sort of do it on my channel and hopefully maybe sort of show you a few bits that might be different for a lot of people. So yeah, that's the most important thing. Anyway, right, let's go check out the other bits. So here I am on the sort of second part of really the sort of fort itself, and yeah, let's have a look. So I mean, it's all blocked up, but as you can see, it would have gone in and you would have walked around and look. This is really an incredible bit of fortified history right underneath Newhaven Fort, where the cliffs are. I mean, pretty cool, fortified wise. Really overgrown today, so it's kind of like a bit awkward. So I can only go so far when I'm here, but it's not too bad. Oh. Whew. So, don't know if you can see in there, but it's oh, I might be able to crawl in a little bit more. There you go. Way knees, ouch. Yeah. So you can see where the soldiers would have been standing inside, and the gun slits. Oh, excuse my phone. One incredible bit of history in the Sussex coast. So yeah. Amazing. Oh, it's so difficult to walk. Right, okay. So here we are opposite. See, it's locked, which is understandable. But as you can see from the sort of tail end of the fortification, really, and then you'll hear, which I think is part of the magazine store from what I remember, heavily mounded, or heavily put over with around the grass. See if we can walk around. You can actually walk up that, maybe. Have a look. There you go. What was that? It's a really nice day for it, I can tell you that. Really nice day today. Look at that, it's beautiful. So before anybody says anything, we will eventually do the other bits of Newhaven Fort. Won't do them today though. I'm just too busy. Got lots of things to do today, you know. So right, go. Okay, so thanks always for watching. Hope you enjoyed this mini video about this fantastic little bit of battery and the other sort of bits of history that are around the area. I will return at some point and do Newhaven Fort and the other parts, but however today I'm sort of on a bit of a time schedule, so I'm kind of stopping off here and then I've got to go. But as always, because history matters, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care for now. Bye.